Hey there, everybody. Gonna play Sicomatic for Season 24, and a Sicomatic is, I guess, somewhat a newcomer to the league. I don't know how many seasons he's played, but a very strong player. Sorry about chewing noises. I'm trying to eat a little breakfast. And also, Sicomatic has just started a YouTube channel, so he's recording some videos. And his YouTube channel, I think you can find if you Google Sicomatic the Dominion Kitchen. Should pop up for YouTube. And I don't know how many videos he has up, but there ought to be more coming down the pipe. He didn't want to play with Nocturne cards, which is fine. I've certainly played with a whole bunch more than he has. Well, he maybe hasn't played with them at all. And I apologize again for the eating noises. I mean, I don't think it's really much of an advantage, but it's fine. Since a lot of games you just wouldn't even have any. I think he could have figured out Conclave in that last one, but it's cool. I guess you probably can get your protection pretty consistent here, so the Mountain Bank is maybe not a huge thing, although opening with it would be pretty cool. Quarry Forum is a nice little combo. But other than that, there's not a huge amount of things to do. You can of course mint. Well, you can start Spice Merchanting and then maybe mint if you have a nice hand for it. I mean, I suppose you could skip the Spice Merchant and hope to do a big mint from a forum, but that maybe seems a little bit optimistic. I'm going to open Spice Merchant Lighthouse. I would rather get the protection. It's not really that much worse than Silver's, the lighthouses. They're a little bit worse, but anyway, I'm going to go for the protection. Quarry opening seems also reasonable to me. Partly, or mostly due to form, I guess. Anyway, I plan to get quarries later, just not on the first shuffle. He's an armory. I don't exactly see much value in the armory, but what is Wolf Den? Okay. I can have 2 lighthouses. I mean, I get 2 quarries. Probably won't have 2 Spice Merchants. I just don't know what the armory does exactly. Well, I know what it does. I'm not sure what the big advantage would be in that case. Hopefully my buys aren't missing. Okay, I didn't miss anything, so a nice shuffle for me. I mean, I'm sure it could have been a little better, but I went first. He gets a quarry, which I agree with. I just get my second lighthouse here. None of the villages or coins of the realm or any of that stuff really seems all that inspiring. I got a lighthouse down, so I'm not going to quite have enough to double 5, unfortunately. Well, it would have been a really lucky draw to do that. But so the question is whether I want to open or whether I want to just take the forum here. Or buy the mountebank. Pilgrimage will probably be nice for getting platina later. Or at least 1 extra platinum, probably. I mean, if they don't get their lighthouses going consistently, you can hurt them a lot with mountebank, so I guess I'll go for that. This will draw 2 coppers. I guess I'll get another quarry. And then hopefully play lighthouses. I feel like his armory is already coming up against the end of what it's good for. Though, like, a walled village is not bad on the chance you get to do double mountebank sometime. That's not bad, but it's really not amazing. Third quarry, yeah, I mean, it probably gets used. I think I'm just gonna go with a pilgrimage. So I didn't trash, or I didn't get the lighthouse down. I mean, third quarry is really to super target down those forms. You can have 1 turn where you just get all the forms, right? And that's a good deck. It certainly takes a little bit of shuffle luck to do it, but I might have quarry collision. I would love it if I did. Shoot. I'm trying to think if this triple quarry is worth it to pile the forums. You can trash it later with Spice Merchant anyway, so hopefully he does not have the mountebank. Great. He does get to do quad forum if he wants it. He might get a second mountebank over the 4th quorum or the 4th forum. Yeah. I don't know if I want another lighthouse here. Hopefully he has his mountebank in hand now. I'd rather just play with 2 lighthouses if I can. So it's not the worst thing to have a third. I guess I'll get a third. Alright, I'm going to empty the forums on my turn. Okay, I do block. Means I've got to probably a couple turns before I... Well, he's got Spice Merchant, so he might play the Mountain Bank next turn. But probably I have at least a couple turns to find lighthouses again. It would be really better to maybe not see either lighthouse this turn. Maybe just one. Two would be pretty bad. I guess I'm going to go with... Well, empty the forums. And I might take a second Mountain Bank then. I don't have villages yet, but I can get them, right? He gets a second Spice Merchant, which I guess is a points play and like a defense play. This was a really great draw for me. Now it's not really a big deal to keep around the quarries. I can trash them with Spice Merchant whenever. Somehow you have to get to platinum once. For sure. I wonder... Can you do that with a lighthouse? Copper hand and Mountain Bank. I guess that's what I just had, right? And it's only $7. So I have to get a silver or a gold. I mean, I just have to, right, to get to the platinum. So I got 7 forums to his 3, so that's a pretty good split for me. The piles aren't gonna like run. The curses will go, but the last pile is a little slower that we don't have buy. He's got the armory, but it's not that fast of a pile out. If I get a chance to, I might take a double walled village. If I have some turn where I play the Spice Merchant, not the Mountain Bank, and I can use it for buy, and I have quarries or something. The big thing here now is just making sure to play one of the lighthouses, which should be doable. Squire is pretty awful. It's just like adding another copper to a deck that's trying to do colonies with 5 cards, right? It's just bad. I don't know what it gets you. I guess the idea is to get you buy, but there's nothing you want to buy. There's nothing good to buy. Not really. Curses may never run due to the lighthouses. I mean, with 7 forums, I ought to be able to get to a spot where I see my deck most turns. Once I get the rest of these garbage treasures trashed. Hopefully this turn is a platinum buy. And then maybe a pilgrimage on the following turn. But he's going to cycle through his deck most turns too. Man, I don't like that squire. Is he going to use it for silver gains? I don't know. I don't like it. He is stuck with a curse. He can buy a curse later on for points if he wants to. I ought to be able to get a second gold and a second platinum if I get a good pilgrimage turn. And then I'll probably just get nothing for a third card. Well, I could get a mountebank. So probably, if I have that hand, maybe the mountebank. Otherwise, I'll just take nothing because it doesn't do anything. So he didn't get it to a lighthouse here, so I'm going to curse him again, which I will still do, even though I guess it's positive points for him. Because it just, you don't, every purple stop card you get is just there for the rest of the game. I don't know what the wall villages really do for you. Like I said, if you have more mountebanks, if you have a second mountebank, it's alright. Which I guess he does. I don't know when he got that. Did he get that or did... Okay, he got it there. Well, it's fine. I guess I can discard these for now. Trashing quarry is good. These forum hands are a little, if you don't draw any green very soon, they're a little awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do have a forum in this last hand. I guess it's still better to cycle. I don't have 2 mountebanks, so I don't have any collision that can occur other than just the forum. Probably it's not the worst shuffle to trigger either, actually. I put 2 forums in there, and what else did I put in? Copper Estate, 2 forums, Copper Estate. Probably don't want to trigger it. This is not exactly ideal, but it does get me to platinum. Now just hope that I've got some forums on the top of my deck. It may have been better to play that turn a little differently. I could have discarded a lighthouse sooner and just trusted that I was going to get to the other one. But wasn't totally inspiring to me. I mean, at some point we may have to pay attention to the number of uniques, like of trashing quarries or not. I have to trash both quarries before the game's over if I want to trash one. I don't have to, I just, for the points, it would matter. So he can kill this treasure stuff, but I'm sure this turn he's got another lighthouse in hand, and he's probably got his... I mean, there's a chance he doesn't have his golden stuff, but... So, that's Squire. Is he gonna gain silvers? He can do buys if he wants, but... what does it do? He's just gonna buy a bunch of... I mean, I hope he buys more Squires. That would be great. So... I would love it if he added another Squire. So he's got the points lead, but there's not... it's not really a pile out right now. Though we are getting closer to that. I didn't find any forums, which sucks. And I didn't find a lighthouse, which sucks. But such is life. So I can buy a Spice Merchant for 3 points. Hopefully he doesn't have any cycling stuff. He played most of it in his last hand, I think. But he does still have a mountebank. Okay, well that's a bummer. That was a pretty unfortunate draw for me to have that come off that way. He buys a gold. I mean, I still feel pretty okay about my position, but here I just really want to find a lighthouse. I'm trying to trigger that to get those forums in the shuffle. So the only thing I can dig for now really is a Spice Merchant. But otherwise this hand is pretty good. Or does mostly what I want it to do. Which is probably buy a pilgrimage. I mean, I should just be in a way better position to buy colonies than him. I probably won't get around to the mountebank again. I only have 2 forums here in this bottom set of cards. So that's pretty much out of the question, right? 3, 3, and 2 is not enough to draw through that, but big thing is I will get to trash and play lighthouses, so still pretty nice. I don't think additional golds, or I don't think just straight buying additional golds is all that great for me. It's pretty good. I mean, golds are good. So but I'm gonna go with the platinum or the pilgrimage. We about trashed the initial coppers, but we have 4 more hanging around somewhere, so maybe there was a spot I could have been looking for a mint. I could believe that. He gets his first platinum. I am ready to green if that opportunity arises, which it will. He does play Lighthouse. I think maybe I still have forms in here. Not positive. But the next colony, of course, will be worth a lot as far as point counter changes. It's not that significant since you assume we'll both probably be able to get 2 of them before the game's over. I do wish I knew how many coppers I have, but if at one point I trash a copper, my score goes down, I'll just have to remember to get another one or trash the last one. Something like that. I'm hoping that my lead will be big enough that that kind of maneuvering isn't that important, because I'd rather not think about it if I can avoid it. This game is already lasting a while though, so I'm not optimistic for finishing both my matches today. I don't know if I'm playing slow or not, but I can try to play faster. It's a little confusing with the forums sometimes. If I'm near the shuffle again, I probably need to, when I'm near the shuffle in turns, if I probably need to be cognizant of playing the lighthouses smart, which means essentially not to play 2 and throw one into the shuffle instead. Make sure we always have defense. This armory, I don't get it. And is he going to gain another armory at some point to not have the unique? That seems even worse. What are my uniques? I have 1 Spice Merchant and 1 Colony and 1 Curse. I think that's it, but I guess we can count if that adds up. I was 3, so that's -9. -10 with the Curse. I must be missing 1 because I should have another unique. Maybe my copper's unique now. Colony, Curse, Spice Merchants, -9, -10 with the Curse point. I guess I'll toss a gold for now. We really need to find platinum if we can. Okay. So this has a pretty good, or mostly what I want to play on a turn, right? And it leaves a platinum and some forums and the mountain bank and another lighthouse, I think, in this 8, so it was probably a good place to stop. Had a little extra money there, but I must have another unique. Maybe it's the copper. That seems like the most likely candidate, but that's good. That means I have a shot at getting rid of it. That would be the thing I could have played on for on that turn. Playing on for buy is really not. I don't need to get a buy. There may come a time where I want to do the Spice Merchant for buy, but like I might at the end want to buy a Spice Merchant and a colony or something. I guess he could pilgrimage here, but he just gets pretty much just a platinum and the rest is garbage for him. So we probably ought to just buy a platinum. I don't get it because the rest are crap. That's weird to me. So, do I have 6 yet? 1, 6, or 11. I don't think I do, right? 1, 6, 8, 8. No, I'm short by 1. I gotta draw on here. Just a question of how I want to draw on here. I could put the Spice Merchant and the quarry in, that's okay. Alright, we get there. This should be another colony hand. Seeing 9 cards should get me there. Alright, he's gonna resign now. Which is the right thing to do. Because he was totally lost. Okay. Well, this is one of those unfortunate. Sana's the only village board. So you probably want to buy Sanas on greater than 4 hands until they're gone. Though there is, I mean, even if you get 3, the deck doesn't do amazing stuff. So, but it's a little bit better. We have the opposite of Wolf Den this time. Museum, so we'll have to see if we can adjust our play accordingly. I mean, I don't know at the start. I'm not going to worry too much about what to do. I'm just going to buy Silver and Sana and then probably switch to Havens on less than 3 or 3 or less. One, maybe a second Silver. And then Havens, and then 4s would be Sanas until they're gone, and then probably 1 bridge. I don't know. It's not. Nothing here is super inspiring. I'll play with a charm and probably try to get a council room and a wild hunt, but even, well, I don't know if that'll happen, but you can't like stack wild hunts, you know. 5-2 is actually worse than the 4-3, although it's not hugely worse. And being first player makes it not so bad. So he's gonna charm Haven, I guess. I'll try and use this as an opportunity to maybe win the split, but it's still going to be a little tough. Well, he's not that likely to double with a charm, right? He just can get one. So I don't think that's a big deal. I probably am not going to be able to trash here, but that is okay because I am going to win the sauna split off him taking the charm opening. Whether that's going to matter, I don't know yet. It gives me more terminal space eventually. He doesn't have a silver yet, right? Yeah, it gives me more terminal space and then lets me trash faster. It looks very good to have it. Though it doesn't let you like run away with anything, probably. I'll have to think. Charm is really nice here though, with harems especially. So he's going to take the silver now. I mean, this is smart, right? He's going to take, well, unless he misses 4, which is hard, but I assume he had 4 and he just... I'm going to trash 2 cards here, I guess. He can get a Haven and a Sauna, I suppose. Oh, he gets a bridge with it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I get 2 trashes in there, which is nice. I guess I'm going to be at 4 for my next hand. Probably. Well, it depends. Hopefully I bottom decked the estate and I get to buy a Avanto. He's got a little better economy. Maybe not now that I've trashed. Come on. Bummer. Okay, so I do need to find a silver with a bridge to get 5, or actually I'll have a 5 copper hand my next hand if I don't hit 5 this time, since I just have 1 estate. I need at least to get a couple of Avantos, otherwise the Sauna split doesn't really help me. It would have been killer if I had gotten to the 5 on this previous turn. It would have had a pretty good shot at letting me really run away with the trashing at least. Because the turn where you do pair Sauna Avanto is really big for trashing early on. He has 2 bridges? I have 2 bridges? Oh. I didn't... That was a mistake. I think. I think that second bridge should have been a Haven. Oh well. That's not... At least I realized it at some point. Though it would have been easy to forget. Well, not... I mean, it would have been hard to forget. So... He must have some charm counting or something to do with bridge, maybe. Otherwise... I assume his last... No, it's not. Okay. As long as we don't draw the other bridge, which we do, but okay. This is still fine. I guess it makes us miss a trash, but... That's alright. This will be another Avanto. So I'm getting 2, which is enough, really. 2 is enough to play the full village effect. It'd be better to have 3, but sorry about that. That was probably loud. I bumped the table with my microphone. I think 2 should be okay. And I may still get 3, but it's looking less likely. This is just going to draw copper or Sanas. I would like to leave a Sana, so that happens, so that's good. He will get the last Avanto here unless he drew dead and doesn't have his charm. Okay, he does. I'm still, like I said, 2 is sufficient for some things. I'm not thrilled with having 2 bridges, actually. This turn I should be able to get pretty clean. Well, I hope so anyway. You can't... There's a limit to the building. I really don't want 2 bridges. I just want 1. This is stupid. Why did I buy a second bridge? 2 bridges will be good for 2 turns, and then it'll be in the way because I'm not going to be able to... I'm going to have treasures. There's no way around that. Yeah, this will be a good trashing one. I guess it could have been a better trashing one, but this is pretty good. I don't know how to play this one from here. Should I have a council room or a wild hunt, or should I have... I want havens for sure. I can charm, gain a harem off of gold is alright. But not amazing. What are my last 2 cards? Coppers or something. I probably should have played that Avanto and got more trashing in. Just set aside a copper and played the Sana instead of havening it. That was stupid. Okay, anyway, it's done. There really is a limit, though, to how many... how much stuff you can put in this deck. I do have another Silverite, maybe? I don't know. So... the havens actually get in the way a bit of the Avantos and Sanas during your turn. Everything gets in the way of Avantos and Sanas during your turn. That's just how that card works. But I'm going to at least have a village here because I set aside the Sana. And I'll see at least 5 cards. It would be very unlikely to not see a little bit more than that between havens and the other Sana. But yeah, I should have trashed more on the last turn. That was silly. Unless he starts with Avantos in hand, he can't even play 3 of them. He can only play 1. Is this just our second game? Hopefully it speeds up. I don't want to sit here for 3 hours. It's no fun. I probably am playing as slow as him. I don't know. That's the hard thing, is you always sit here and you think, it's easy to think that your opponent is playing slowly, but of course you don't notice your time sitting there thinking, because you're thinking. It doesn't seem like nothing's happening. But he's cleaned up. But all I can do is try to play a little bit faster. Alright, I won't do the same thing I did last time. I'll remember that I want to trash. And also I need to get to the silver to do it. So setting the bridge aside is okay. That was a pretty nice turn. And by that I mean more or less as good as I can hope for. I can't decide if I want a colony or not. Not a colony. A council room. Or not. How much money do I have here? So I either have 8 or something that's not 8. I can do the gold harem thing again and buy a haven. That puts me into double province range if I draw the deck. Which seems pretty good. Really fortunate starting hands for me these past 2 turns. I hope he was playing that blind and didn't find the sauna. It seems unlikely, but surely he would have just clicked the sauna really fast if he had found it. So it makes me think he has probably whiffed on it. Yep, that's great. I may trash my second bridge. I don't know. I should be able to double province this turn if I find the other Avanto. If I don't find the other Avanto, single province is easy still. I don't have to worry about greening too soon, I don't think, as long as I have a good amount of some money, just because I'm putting a bridge in hand. So double, yeah, if I find that other Avanto, I will probably double province for sure. What am I at now? I guess I'd like to trash this last copper. I don't care about the 2 uniques very much, or the unique. I can buy it at the end if I need to. Pretty easy to buy. Yeah, that may be an in-game thing we'll have to look for, is copper curse for a 3-point swing at the end. Do I have double already? If there's cost 7, do I have 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. No, not quite. I would haven an Avanto now. Seems pretty good. I did bottom deck a haven, I guess, and a gold. I don't know if I want more havens or not. They're okay as a green. I guess since I'm going to have 3 in the deck, I'm not going to do it this turn. So if I can double province a couple turns, I might pick up a haven this next turn, but if I can double province again, that looks pretty winning. I don't think he has that capability yet. He must have drawn his Avantos too off his Avanto, so it killed like 2 of his turns with the bad shuffle. Since neither of these Sonas activated Avantos, so he's pretty well sunk here. At least given my starting hand, which does start a chain for sure. I'll probably play the Haven and set aside a Harem. I don't. He might have enough to buy a province if he has his charm. So he'll probably just buy a province. Seems reasonable to me. If I double province though, it'll be tough. So I guess that's the question, is whether I want to Haven now to get a little bit more search space on my Avanto plays and set aside like a Harem. I'm going to do that. I don't really know that it was correct necessarily. This is a double province though, so and we're sitting with Sana and Avanto down here in the bottom. And there's a Haven in there, so there's no way it's whiffing. Don't trash. We still have enough Havens out that I'm not going to buy one. They're pretty nice. You can set aside provinces and stuff, right? That's the nice thing they do. But I have 3 in the deck still, I think. Maybe I'm not counting right. I'll have 2 in the deck still, right? I'm not sure that the second or a third one is good. I'm gonna pass on it. Okay, it is 3 in the deck, because I had 1 card Haven last time. I will just start by Havening a province, and then his opening, I don't know that it was wrong. He had the worst. The 5-2 was worse than the 4-3. I kind of think maybe you just bite the bullet and open Sana Haven. The charm is not going to make up the Sana buy, right? So if I don't miss 4, then I'm going to win the split. Which it's not impossible for me to miss, but he still has 2 coppers. I mean, about all he can do is buy a province. You know, his deck's not going to hold VP if he tries to extend the length of the game. Also, I can province pretty much every turn. It would take a really pretty awful turn for me to fail to hit province. At least 1. So he's switching. I mean, the duchy is a 5-point thing, so it's okay, but I will just Haven a couple of these. Alright, this is a good chain. Let's see. We'll probably want to set aside something that's not. Or that's good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 11. I didn't get any bridges down. Now my next turn is going to look a little sad. It's got it's got 2 bridges in it and no saunas. But it has like gold and Avanto. I mean, I guess I'm going to play the Avanto blind. So I do have a duddy turn, so I should stop and think, since I have a somewhat awful turn here, whether I want to... I can put a gold in there. I guess it's a province hand, right? If I haven a gold, then the bridge with the 2 golds is still a province. Right. Okay, that sounds pretty good. And I'll just buy province over the 2 turns. Unfortunately, I don't get to make well, and then I also have an option here. I can try to draw. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do this safe thing, but I could play the Avanto, and then I have a lot of outs, right? I have any of the harem charms or silver or a sauna is an out. So I have like, with 3 cards, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 out cards. But it's not worth it to not just take the guaranteed province. I can take the copper now for the point, I guess. That's not totally wild here. But he's resigning, so then I have to click on it. This is like Knights stuff. I have a 5-2, which is quite good. So the question is whether I want to open with the Knight. So 5-2 is excellent here. It's really, really good. I'm trying to think if I want to go in for Bailey Chapel or Trading Post Chapel. So I'm thinking, well, Bailey is pretty safe. I mean, you'll know your chapel will chapel for max chapeling. I guess I'll open Bailey. It's pretty nice as a cantrip. It'd be pretty sweet to have a 5-2 with Sylvie as well. But I could see doing the Trading Post, but I am doing what I did, I guess. So I'm only going to get, well, I may have sombrero or something missing. Okay, this is alright. It's fine. I mean, I would have liked to play the Bailey, but Marauder seems pretty bad here. Potion Golem doesn't seem incredible. I would love to get 5. I would love to get the Sylvia, though. I think Marauder sucks. I think it's just awful. Hopefully we draw the Chapel. He missed 4, which is great. I don't hit anything, which is not great. I did... Again, I'm not trashing too many estates here, which is bad, but Hopefully he had collision with Marauder. He only trashed 2 cards, so okay. Pawns are nice because you can't exactly, or you can reveal them and then do I have 2 silvers? I need to check that. Let me check. Okay, so a chapel, I guess silver, chapel, I buy some. I do have 2 silvers, so I just need the silver in the pawn. I don't need to keep these coppers around. And he is probably buying Sylvia here, but I hope he misses 5. Oh, he does miss. Okay, that's awesome. So I'll buy Sylvia here and then crown next turn. And I flipped Josephine, so that's cool. The Marauder is just really awful, I think. IMO. I have a somewhat of a shot of burying him here, although he probably will have 5 next turn. This does nothing, but if Basilica were on the board, it would do something. I'm cleaning up his silvers. He's going to take Josephine now. He pretty much has to. Killed his Marauder there. Martin he's had much worse luck on the Knights. I mean, the only nice thing for Martin is he might only have $4. So that might help him out there. But other than that, Martin's not very good. It will take some luck for me to get to 5 here. I don't even know if it's possible. I mean, it is. If I drew a pawn, if I crown a silver, it's possible. But basically, I would need to have top deck to silver. 2 buys is okay. I mean, he can get a pawn with something, but he can't really use it that much. I would like nobles. Natalie is pretty nice. The pawn, filling your deck with pawns is pretty okay here, due to for the knight thing. I don't know how many spoils there are. Probably 15. So that's probably all the spoils. So he probably doesn't have much money now. I trashed his Marauder. Yeah, I've got a chance of locking him out here. I would like to buy 5, so I will see if I have a top decked silver, which I don't. So, but now I can play it a little differently because I can crown the pawn for coin and again have a shot at finding something. Yeah, he may not have any money. Okay. So, well, we'll see if he... I could play the Ruined Library and get the 5. But trashing is pretty good too. Oh, I still have Bailey. That's nice. I would like to lose Molly if I could pick between my knights to lose. Oh, he still does. He still has so many coppers, I see. I didn't know he had that many coppers still. He should probably buy a knight. I mean, I'll buy the next one, but... What do I have in here? It is probably good to just leave the crown, right? I mean, I could go card buy and then I would get 6, but I'm just buying. I'm just buying Michael, so. Destry is nice. Destry is very nice. Hopefully he doesn't have... I guess it's pretty hard for him to not have 5. I'm not exactly sure what his silver situation is. I don't know how many silvers the game starts with. I can never remember this. There are 40 of them, so there are 8 out. I have 2. So he has 1 silver left. Now I have less silvers, which is still okay. Because I basically just need the pawns to do some work for me. There goes Molly. That's alright. Molly wasn't that great. Now I can probably stop him from hitting 5 pretty much the rest of the game. No, too bad. Lost Michael right away. Well, I can at least stop him from hitting 5 that turn. I need to crown... I guess I either need to crown the silver or a cantrip. It's not like a huge deal one way or the other. If I buy Vander, I'll probably... So now he has 1 silver left. Is that right? And pawns? Okay. I mean, I can play. What are my last cards? Silver Pawn. It doesn't really matter how I do this, does it? I can just play the pawns out and then play the destry and then crown the silver or whichever way, it doesn't matter. Oh, and also playing the destry doesn't do anything. I think. But also getting this money doesn't do anything either. Let's just flip it again because it's fun. Here we can play Vander for... Oh, the last one was Anna. So Anna's not that good. If we can kill a silver, we'll be in good shape. Well, realistically, we're just in good shape either way. Since the Vander can turn into a gold eventually. He can't build up, right? The only thing he can add to his deck is like pawns. The most valuable one to keep around probably is Bailey. Molly was actually pretty good, given that I had these pawns. I do need to figure out a way to hit 6, and I also need to, well, just 5 again is good, and then also 6 is good. I mean, I could get a Marauder maybe later, like if the game lasts long enough where I have some draw, and then maybe then. So he has to have like silver, chapel, copper. Is that right? He has 3 coppers. He doesn't have a silver. He buying a pawn. No, he's buying a silver. Okay, so I guess he didn't have any silver. I'm confused though. Oh well. So so this turn my goal, I guess, is to buy a crown. Which means probably just doing this. I only need to play 1 knight, right? It doesn't matter to play more. I would like to maybe draw the chapel if I have it, but yeah, there's no value in playing more than 1 knight at this stage. It was too bad that I lost Michael to Bailey. Otherwise, he would just never hit 5 again, probably. He must have $5 already in hand. I don't know if he's gonna buy Anna or what. I'll just crown my Vander until I find Anna. Probably something like that. I don't mind losing any of them at this point. It's fine. I'm going to have 2 to his 0. So with Crown, that's 4 trashes a turn. He can't fight that. Not if he wants to have more than 5 cards in his deck or something. So there goes the silver. So now he has no money. I guess there is one other card that I can find. I need to find the Crown soon. Hopefully I don't draw silver here. That would be the bad thing. Nope. Okay, nice. So if I do action coin, I can play Vander and then Crown the silver. To see if maybe he has Anna on top there. He does not. I guess I'll just buy another Crown. Now he doesn't have any money again, right? I got his silver. Hopefully Anna hits Vander. That would be amazing. I don't have Vander in hand, so there's at least a chance of that happening. Also, he may just kill a Crown or something. But I mean, he may reveal Pawn Chapel. It's at least possible. 2 crowns. So that's still okay. I mean, there we go. Alright, so I killed the silver Nana. That's game over. Or at least it ought to be. He just has a hand of pawns, I guess. Which is fine. I guess it's fine. I don't know. It's a pretty sad deck. Oh, I didn't quite play that right, but it doesn't matter. I can't decide if I just want to trash Vander to get the gold or what. The Marauder is still terrible. Like, it's still just awful for him. I can trash those. There's no... I mean, I get the idea. I guess it's supposed to be night-proof economy or something. I guess is the idea, but... it's pretty uninspiring to me. I could leave Destry on top. It's not bad. I suppose I do want to play the... I mean, I could get a Marauder. It would work fine for me. Really. I don't know if I want to... I can get up to 7, but that's not that great. Another Nobles is pretty good. The other nice thing about the Nobles is that it's... Well, the nice thing about the Nobles is its points. You have to admire his... No, you don't. You don't have to admire that. In fact, I expressly don't admire it. Sorry. Sorry, world. But I sure don't. I killed his Marauder. That's the only thing he has that's killable, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope he resigns. I know. He's got hit ready again. I had to change the player order. Got a little bit of a bug. Okay, so let's look at this board. It has Dominion cards on it. There's no $5 action. So that really puts a cramp in the whole procession stuff, actually. I mean, you can do pawns, but this board would be nuts if there was an actual I can do a 5. No, I can't. This board would be nuts if there was an actual $5 action. So, anyway, Steward looks pretty solid, I would say. You can buy pawns, and then Armory does some stuff, but not a huge amount. Maybe it's pretty good. Maybe Procession is still pretty good. I think I want to do heavy city quarter deck with like pawns and stewards, mainly for the money, and then a couple capitals probably. You can do a lot of artisans and then threaten a big capital. Who's it? What's it? At the end, probably. Wolfden should be pretty easy to want 2 copies of most every card you want to have. I suppose you can do treasure map, although it's not very good, I don't think. I think that loses to something which can do like quad province on their final turn. He'll get to save, which is nice. He chooses not to save, so I don't know that this is right, but I think I would have preferred to do a trash and or do double steward, save a state. But anyway, the armory will get some use. I just don't know that it'll get a huge amount. I had a great shuffle. I need to get a city quarter, or I suppose if I'm really lucky I might draw the hand to get a border village. I didn't trash all the estates, but basically I did. With save I probably will have a way to get a border village, right? Or at least a path forward to getting one. I am very clean though. So maybe this turn I'll trash and I mean, I could get the city quarter right away. As well. So it'll just be a little slower to pay off than to have a border village. Or an artisan. Artisan not so good yet. Could do the city corner. I'm gonna try for the border village. I'm gonna succeed. Pardon me. So we're even on trashing. I guess I just got there a turn sooner. He has this armory, which is okay. I have an extra pawn. I mean, armory still does some work for you. That's true. I can't decide on the treasure maps or not. This would be a pretty slick source of money. I can't really save anything. I could have got by. No, I couldn't have. Well, I could have. I could have gone City Quarter, Porter Village Armory. Maybe he'll let me do that. We'll see. Anyway, it's an exciting story of undo chat messages. This may be a trashing save, depending on what I draw. Maybe better just to draw, actually. And get through, and I still probably get to do the trashing stuff. I'm not sure. Golds are nice because city quarters are expensive. Yeah, I'll definitely draw in here. So I've got City Quarter Armory. Drawing Armory is a little bit sad. Drawing City Quarter is nice. Okay. So that's a little bit. That's a little bit unfortunate. I probably need a procession, actually. I mean, the procession is still pretty good with stuff. It's got to be. Even though the 4s die. It's still got to be good. Okay, so I wouldn't mind an artisan. I would like to trash here. For sure. It would probably be good to get Man, this board would be nuts if there was just a single, like, it wouldn't even have to be a good $5 action. It could be the worst $5 action in Dominion, and it would still be bonkers here. Just nuts. Because you can procession armories for game. I mean, there's like a whole chain you can do. It's just nuts. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm gonna procession the pawn, I think. Get the steward. My last card is a pawn, I believe. Okay, we're clean. I'm gonna have to replace these pawns. So I'm trashed. He's got 2 coppers left. I have the processions, which are cool. You probably can. Well, I'm gonna have to just do pawn for card action, I think. I really am unsure how to build here. I'll need to get a pawn again for buy, so that's pretty easy. Is he gonna finish trashing here? Maybe not. He might just pay off debt, I guess. He has that silver. That's okay. The silver's alright, I guess. If I find city quarter on this draw, well, that's not gonna work. I'll have to look out. There still may be some pile out stuff that can be done. I'm not sure how to go about this turn. I have a border village left. And another steward, I guess. I was kind of wondering if I could manage my treasure maps this turn, but I don't think I can. Should I save a steward? I think it's probably worth $1 to get the draw next turn, or to help the draw next turn. Now I don't know. There is going to probably be a path to pile outs pretty soon. At least it seems like it to me. I do wish I had a little more villages. It would be nice. I'm gonna be able to I think I'm going to be able to draw and activate the armories. Or sorry, activate the sentence. I think I'm going to be able to gain 2 treasure maps, activate the treasure maps, and draw the golds. I ought to be able to do that. It may cost me some action plays other places, but I think I'm okay with that. I may have to procession another pawn. Or something. I do intend to probably procession one of the armories here. I guess I can buy a border village for 3 points. That's my only unique right now. The pile outs could be a little tricky, depending on how the unique stuff ends up. You might have to pay attention to that. Yeah, I mean it's reasonable to play this one slow. It's hard with procession and armory. I mean, it's not an easy board to play right, and we're certainly going to be making mistakes every turn, or most every turn. I would guess. I guess I could spend some time trying to see the paths to empty piles. It would just be so easy if there were a 5. The game would probably be over already. Or not, I mean, at least within a turn or two at most, if there was a $5 action on the board. Oh, I got that. So he still has those coppers. They're gonna hurt him. I suppose the golds are going to hurt me too, but I think they'll make up for it with actually being able to buy city quarters and pay them back pretty quick. I could be wrong, and I don't have to from this state. I don't have to go for the treasure maps. I can I can do something else. It's totally in the realm of possibility. Like if I procession, armory for more processions, then I get those down. I don't think it's in the cards this time. Maybe if I had more... maybe if I didn't have debt right now. Because I can... well, I can get 4 processions that way. And then draw them up. And then... I don't think I have the number of pawns to make it work quite. Well, if he lowers it, I might be able to do it. Maybe I don't have the draw. Like if you have the draw, you can procession an armory to get a procession in an armory, and that is like empties those 2 piles. If you have the draw, as I said. I will have to look here because I think it might be doable with him gaining a pawn. Okay, so like I said, I can procession armory to gain 4 processions. Then I can chain those to play pawns and stewards. Which will empty the stewards, no problem. And probably the procession. Some of those may need to be going towards armories then. I mean, I basically start by emptying, getting 4 possessions, and I only need 2 of those. So I have to... It's pretty likely that I'll need to pay off the debt. I didn't find the other procession, though it's just this last card. So I mean, I probably need to get $12. There's got to be a win. There's no way that there's not a win here. That would be crazy. $12 and 2 buys. That's a lot of money. That's the problem. Well, the pawns are also becoming stewards that I can play on this turn, right? So, and I don't need that many actions since almost everything should be a part of a steward chain. I think. So I can procession. Armory steward. Well, I think I want to do... The issue is whether the city quarter thing has enough draw. And I gotta get... Well, I might be able to get an armory and play it off something. Let's just start, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, so the money thing was pretty easy so far. hard to track how much. So I just have a steward. I just have a steward in the I guess I already have it in hand now. Yeah, it was, I think, nice to trash faster. I had really great draws. I mean, can't possibly complain about the draws there. For me, they were really good. So City Core City. I guess this is like a $5 thing, $5 engine. Those can be a pain. You could use Miser for trashing, or you could use Trade Route for trashing. Replace is not even all that great due to the lack of spammable 4s. Remodel and replace are hurting a lot because of that. But you can build here, you almost certainly have to because of both the attacks and the all VP. So, I mean, if you get real ambitious, you can bureaucrat for silvers and then replace those into 5s. That's pretty good, but it takes probably too much resources to do it. The Miser path is not. I guess the problem with the Miser thing is that you don't want to open with it, right? Because you got to buy a 5. You really want to buy a forum. Get on the 5s pretty quick. I think I'm gonna just take a silver with my 4, and then think about maybe a trade route opening, but that does hurt the 5s. If you get lucky, it works really nicely, but if you don't get lucky, then it's not so good. And also it gives you attacks, so you'd have to get maybe a little more than just normal lucky for it to work out, since you're not gonna. It'll be hard to hit 5 with the debt. It'll be harder anyway, and it's already kind of hard with just a silver trader opening. So I think here I'll do this. It's nice. The silvers aren't that bad. You can replace them into things, which is pretty cool. I don't really like putting off the trashing anymore, so I am gonna go ahead and buy a trade route, although it might really punish me in my next hand from getting a 5, but I do like the misers here, though I don't really love opening it. I kind of have a feeling he's going to. It would be awesome. He gets remodeled. That's okay. I could tax something, I guess. Remodel to me is not that great, though. I could also wait. I mean, I would probably prefer a miser to a trade route, right? The miser has some. It's probably a long game. There's a chance that the miser really does pay off in the end. So I'm going to take my third silver. And then I'm going to start on these forums, which should be really great here. I have to get the miser before the shuffle, but other than that, I don't have to. There's no rush to get it. See if he's going to move to the misers now. He might. I could also get a replace now. Okay, he does get a miser. That's fine. He can tax something. I'm not especially worried about the taxing, but there's enough remodel stuff that you can really get around that. It's not that restrictive, but he put it on gold, which is okay. I don't really want gold anyway. I may get a replace. This should be able to. Well, I need to find. No. Oh, this should hit 6, so I can buy 5. And with the replace, since I'll top deck the miser, it's not critical that I. It's not critical that I buy a miser before this shuffle, particularly. I don't know that it's ever critical, but this will be another forum for me. I think they're going to be really good. And then I will want cities and journeymen just to get actual hand size increasing, but it'll be a bit of a slow build up, really, for the most part. But I think the decks will be pretty good in the end. So here I could take like a city and pay the debt, but he keeps on the silvers. There is a limit to how many of those you can safely take. But you can have a decent number. Is okay. Forums, I'm loving the forums so far. The draws have been great for those. Yeah, I mean, he'll have to do this remodel the silvers pretty often. I will maybe take a city now on this 5. Well, yeah, I have another silver, right? So I can top deck miser and buy a city. I think he'll probably buy a forum. I would expect him to buy a forum anyway. He doesn't have to, but well, that was nice of him. I don't really like double city there, but it's okay. So my miser is a little bit delayed. He can tax whatever, I don't care. There's a good chance. I hope I don't draw a state. That would be quite sad. To have them. It was lucky that I collided, but I found city. It may be a sad miser. I can draw a state or silver to be sad. Forum will be fine, and copper, of course, is fine, but this will be replacing the silver onto the top of the deck with like a, well, either a forum or a city. He taxes me. Okay, so this was garbage, but that's okay. I don't want to fall too behind on the city stuff, though at the same time it would be better to top deck a forum, but I think since I have 3 of them in there, I don't want to fall too far behind on the city stuff. Guess I'll tax the replace. It doesn't matter. He's got this remodel. He can pretty much get what he wants. He has 2 on the mat, so he has this extra thinning relative to me, which is nice for him. I will also take a journeyman now. I wonder if he'll ever do a second miser. It was pretty sad, my miser turn, but that's life. Needed save is what we needed rather than tax. That would have been a-okay. I'm not sure. I think I just will name curse. This should be great. I will, yeah. Well, wait. Okay, I can't quite do it the best thing, which is to top deck a 5 and buy a 5. But I can top deck a 5, so that is still good to do. And I'll probably buy a silver, I'm not sure. I could buy a 5, but I think getting this miser down is worth it. I could buy a trade route. I don't think so, though. Well, I mean, I do have the actions to sustain it. I mean, if I have perfect draws, I guess I have the actions to sustain it. Shoot. Really, the replace silver onto top is quite nice. I'll try it. Play with all the weak trashers in this on this board. I'm pretty happy with how the decks are developing, actually. Obviously, I had a nice draw last turn, and here this looks really nice. And I do love having 3 forums to his 0. It's quite nice. And having a replace to his 0 feels really great. So and I guess I'm gonna go up 2 by 2 on the city split after this turn, probably. I guess I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, but if I find the journeyman, it should be a really nice turn. Should be a good turn regardless. He goes a 3rd miser. I don't like it. It looks bad to me. It looks just not very good. So what do I still have in there? The replace. The replace would be good to find. Great. I'm trying to think if it's worth it to top deck a journeyman. But I guess I'll do the safe thing. So now, I don't have any debt. Now we're even on the coppers, but I'm much thinner overall and have more filtering and stuff. He does money for his misers there. There's no buys, really. He hasn't played his journeyman in a while, so it's got to be in this last hand. Does he have a city with it? I don't know. Let me check. Plays a city. Doesn't. I think he does have a city with journeyman here in this bottom card. So I'm wondering if I should double city here, just to win that split. So I never played the trade route. No, I did play it once. That's not true. I may get a bureaucrat. On my turn. I don't know if he'll activate the cities or not. He doesn't want to do that really, but he also doesn't want to let me win at 7-3, right? So I'm not sure which of those two is worse. I will definitely win at 7. Well, okay, this turn could still be garbage, but so now he's getting his misers all good to go, but he doesn't have buys, so it's not a big deal. The question is whether I want to do double miser here or what. And do the bureaucrat next turn. This will let me top deck a forum. This will let me buy a journeyman or something, but it's not that. It's not that good. He's got 4 on Matt. Okay. I'll just pay my debt. My deck is pretty slick now. I don't know how to build from here. If I want a bureaucrat or what. The misers will obviously be worth a lot of money. Oh, that was a bad turn for him. I can finish the tax on miser. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Maybe there's a way to do that to get something nice, but I'm not sure how. Whatever, we'll just clean shuffle it. There's probably a way to set it up, but so this could be 5 coins, which would give me like forum trade route is pretty good. So I'll put the last copper. I'll do 1 miser for profit. I may pick up another miser. I don't know how much effort I want to put forth to trying to work around getting these cities activated. I definitely can do it. There's just some chance of letting, like, the forums can run. That's maybe the most likely thing to run. But yeah, his deck's just not very good. Too many. Well, he might have had really bad draws. I'm not paying that close attention to the draws. But I guess he did get 3 and 4 a lot, but I don't know. I wasn't in love with how he played some of it. So I guess I'll draw with this thing. If I have more, the misers give a good chunk of change. So I have space for one more terminal the way the deck is right now. Now he has his good turn. Hopefully it's too late. I guess he can double province. He has a remodel. He doesn't have a replace. It might have been better to get... I will want a second replace or second remodel, one of those things, because being able to triple or quad province is really useful here. He got all his coppers now, mostly, so he can put out $18, I guess. I've got this bureaucrat, which is not amazing, but it's okay. I may just trade route it. I'm not sure. The silvers are somewhat decent trade route fuel, I guess. So he gets through. He'll trash, I suppose, the estate. We have to watch out for triple provinces, I guess. But beyond that, don't have to maneuver around too much. I guess he'll probably double province here. So if he double provinces, it'll be at 5. I can lower it to 4, which I'll do, and get the replace and not worry about the last turn too much. Maybe top deck a forum or a journeyman or something. she doesn't double province, I will. And then the only thing I need to be careful of is if the forums get to a point where, or the misers, I guess. If we get to a point where the cities could activate, we don't want to mess that up in a way that lets him get the win. I don't know exactly what he has left in his deck as far as silvers, because maybe he still has a lot of those. So he gets a copper down. I assume he still can double province. That he has at least one silver. But I'm just going to try and get to a spot where I can quad province. The main thing that can lose the game for me is a dud. It's a dead turn. So see if he gets the forum double province. Yeah, okay. So he can triple. On his turn with the remodel, but it's not the worst thing. I want to be able to quad in response. Well, yeah. So I can safely take one forum here. I can't really take two. That opens up a whole mess of problems. I'm not sure which cards here are the worst to keep, but we should be getting through the deck okay no matter what. Excuse me. Let's just draw. We do need the trade route. So we could get the misers is already enough cash, so I don't need to worry about keeping money particularly. So okay, I don't want that on top. There's no way to set up a turn. Maybe if I had been looking for it from the start, but I didn't see a way to do it. So I'll trash this silver. And I just want forum province, I think. I guess I could do Forum Province Fairgrounds. Or Forum Province Journeyman. I can quad province on my turn. And that's just winning, right? He double provinces and gets a... Well, maybe I do need the fairgrounds. Okay, this looks pretty good. Oh, I got to bureaucrat attack him. Wow, that's cool. That's nifty. Unless I've just fully missed something, I think I'm good. Good to go on this turn. City and then 2 forums, that'll draw. There's no way that'll dud. I shouldn't say that, that's how you get a dud. But okay, we're on to 2.5 hours here, which is really just the worst. But at least it's nice for everyone else. I've had very, very good draws this series. This is one of these where it's like, I want to like say I've got a hand that won't dud, and I'm pretty sure my position is unassailable. I can even, well, that probably won't be very good. I was going to say that I could make the cities activate on my turn, but that's not going to be worth it. Unless he lowers it by 1, then it probably will be. But he can take 3 provinces, and I'll just be down by 14, I guess. Or by 10, I mean. And I can already end it on my turn, so. Maybe. I probably do need to find like the journeyman, to be honest, to actually win here. I'm gonna see 8 cards though already, and most of my deck is like forums and cities. I mean, I'm ending my turns with like 3 or 4 forums in hand still, so, which probably indicates that I haven't had to actually play the journeyman to get through the deck. But unless I've totally blown it and miscounted something, which is not beyond my capabilities. So it's a signature move. I'll be so sad if I don't get it, though. If I don't draw through. Yeah, he's gonna... No, he's not. He's thinking duchy. Doesn't do anything. Duchy doesn't even really help. His only play is to me dudding, which means the duchy is not right. Yeah, this is just wrong greening, because it still loses to me drawing. I mean, it doesn't even win next turn if I dud, so it's not good. And here I've got a bunch of stuff. Well, that's not the best. Which of these is less necessary? I guess a form, actually, because I need all the terminals. I wonder if I'll be able to get through the deck with 54 ohms. Okay. Oh, I need to keep the... I forgot I need to keep the provinces around, but... Alright. So he gets the last start. There's not trashing. There's tax again. There's no trashing, and so you could do, I mean, you can do like native village scrying pool stuff, but it's gonna be slow. Well, the whole game is gonna be kind of slow, really. I guess you can embargo the scrying pools, maybe. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think scrying pool is gonna work. So that means it's more money, and bandit should be... I guess you have an option of whether you want to do the fool's golds or the bandit. You could do both. I guess fool's gold is pretty scary uncontested, and it's pretty good in the face of sea hag attack as well. You still get 2 most turns. So you probably have to contest the fool's golds. I mean, they could embargo them. That might be an issue. I'm gonna buy sea hag on my 4. I don't think anything else is worthwhile. And then wait to see what he does with his 3. Well, really with his 2, right? If he buys a native village. So that's really odd to me. sort of indicates he's going scrying pool. I guess Bandit does trash other treasures. I wonder if I should buy an embargo. Or I guess I can wait until he actually does buy the potion, though why would you buy Native Village? Why would you buy Native Village if you weren't going for that? I guess is the question. I'm not fully convinced of my embargo opening there, but feels like maybe the Fool's Golds don't quite work out. Just do regular silvers and bandits. I probably am going to have collision, which is pretty sad. I guess I'd rather the embargo misses. I'd rather play the embargo a little. Maybe the embargo is just bad on the opening since I'd rather wait a little bit anyway. He's still buying these native villages, which is awfully strange to me. So maybe I can go for the Fool's Golds. Definitely the easiest thing to buy a lot of. He is just zero economy. It does kind of suck though against the deck if it gets going. Whereas the bandit plays are a little more robust. I really don't know what he's doing though. There he bought a silver. I'm just gonna buy 30 embargoes, I guess. See, by this time I would have had 3 Fool's Golds already. Well, no, not exactly, but I would have had 2. This turn I wouldn't have. No, that's true, I would have. The tax would have been gone already. He buys a navigator. So he's definitely not doing. Oh, I guess is the native village like a sea hag defense thing? I guess. Like here he set aside a curse for sure. I guess that's a thing. I don't know if it's any good, but maybe that's a thing. I wonder if I should go for the Fool's Golds now. Buy a silver and then a Fool's Gold, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. These $2 hands are so crappy. Whatever, we'll do it. We'll do Fool's Gold. Now we're living. This is cost me my bandit turn, of course, or my bandit hand. $5-2 would have been okay here to open bandit misfit. I don't know why I bought a silver. That was so stupid. I have a province, but I guess it's a pretty high value province. Do I still have an embargo? Yeah. His navigator's okay. The thing, if I take the provinces, there's a pretty good shot of me missing a 2 actually in these next couple turns. Since I've got, well, no, I don't have a curse on deck, but I have Sea Hag and Embargo in this next 7 cards, so they might collide, and they might collide with some green and purple pretty easily. So Bandit seems pretty cool. Yeah. So it is worth a lot of points. The province. Whatever. I'm just gonna experiment. See, it did cost me the fool's gold here.